play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter or Mars. In other words,
Frankie Blue Eyes.
what's so funny about Frank Sinatra?
Nothing. Nothing at all, actually. I'm just a bit surprised. I didn't expect someone to wander in singing Frank Sinatra, that's all.
Wow, I'm flattered, I guess.
Don't get me wrong. I'm down with the Rat Pack. It's just... Okay, if I saw someone your age wandering into any place, I figured they'd be singing, I don't know, Phil Collins, Zaraha. But you seem more cultured than that. Aha! Oh, come on, you know that song, right? It was a big hit in the 80s. Oh, what was it? How'd it go? It was, talking away. I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. So, today's another day to find you shot away. I'll be coming for your love, okay?
Yes, I do know Aha. Believe me, I know Aha. But now imagine to yourself, if someone came into this public restroom singing Take On Me, seeing that you'd be shaving and all, not only would you want to maybe open a vein, but you'd probably want to stab the singing bastard with the dull side of your blade.
Jeez. Sounds like somebody has some bottled up hatred towards music from the 80s.
No, I'm just cultured. But I swear to Christ, I would pay a hefty dime to see someone stab the shit out of Phil Collins. His music makes me feel like there's an anorexic grandpa sitting in the pit of my ear, shitting out a bowling ball. And the only thing the old bird can say when the bowling ball's rolling over his puny little nuts is, Sussudio.
You have a twisted fucking mind. Do you work for the post office?
Sorta. I'm a janitor.
Oh, right.
Oh, what do you do from 9 to 5, Mr. Blue Eyes?
Security.
Oh, security, you're really fucking official.
I'm bona fide. Look, I got a security bike, a helmet, a bright orange vest, a utility belt, I got a badge, and in 2 weeks, I get my handcuffs. If I was Jewish, I'd be kosher.
Talk about culture.
That's a good one. But anyways, how much would you pay me to kill Phil Collins?
Depends.
Depends on what?
I mean, it depends on how you kill him. If you got creative with it, the pay would be above both of our salaries. But if you did it in a boring, bland manner, you'd only get chump change.
Well, what constitutes creative?
Well...
Okay. If I was to be visionary... Alright. I would pick Phil up on my security bike. And we go for a long, scenic joyride. You know, someplace nice. Like, something scenic, like the edge of a cliff, or a beach, maybe a clearing in the woods, you know. Something pleasant to the eyes. And when we get there, I would tell Phil, I would say, Phil, this is where I go to think to myself. I want him to feel safe, you know? So then we would sit down and maybe I would open up a little umbrella, you know, the kind you stick on the ground, you know. Maybe we'd have a couple of beers, maybe a bottle of wine, something, you know.
Cute.
And I would pull out a book and I would read it to him. At the end of the story, I'd pull out a gun and shoot Phil in the back of the head. He wouldn't see it coming.
Okay, all right. What story would you read to Phil Collins? Because that would be the difference between dollars and pennies.
Of Mice and Men.
Ah, you definitely get the bonus. But also, during your little scenic joyride, would you lie to Phil and tell him you're a fan of his music?
Of course I would. But that's not a lie. I am a fan of his music.
Then why the hell would you kill him?
Moolah, kind sir. Moolah.
Then you definitely get the big bucks.
So what about you?
Would I kill Phil Collins for money?
I kind of figured you would do that for free. I mean, what else would you do to earn a buck?
Well, there is no limit to what I'd do to earn $1. It just depends what's at stake, you know.
Would you ever have anal sex for money?
Am I giving or receiving?
Let's first go with receiving.
All right, who's fucking me in the ass?
Phil Collins.
Whoa. You cannot use Phil Collins. hypothetically, he has a hole in the back of his head. And no, don't give me no fucking ghost stories, because I'm opposed to necrophilia.
Well, let's say before I took Phil on his scenic joyride, which tragically ends in the demise of my man crush, you had sex with the pop star. It's really not that hard of a pill to swallow. I mean, you can use your imagination.
Whoa, whoa. He's your man crush? You would kill your man crush?
What can I say? I love Genesis, but I love money a lot more.
Okay, okay. So, I guess I'll go, for the sake of conversation, I'll go with the half-wit idea that I get butt raped by Phil Collins. The pay would probably depend on how quick and easy the sex is. How quick and easy is it?
Well, now it's your turn to be creative.
Okay, okay. Under the circumstances, I have to have sex with the lamest pop star out of 1984. So I would want this to be quicker than a virgin on prom night, but easier than throwing a hot dog down a hallway, you know what I'm saying? And I would also have to be pretty fucking intoxicated to go through something this fucking disgusting. So, me and Phil would be at a whiskey bar, down in Sour Mash for a couple hours. When Phil didn't notice, on his last shot, I'd slip him GHB. When he getting all woozy, I'd let him take me in the back. Put some moves on me, you know? But then, when Phil's in his most vulnerable state, I pull his shirt over his face, push him to the ground, steal his cash, and win this fucking bet.
That's creative.
What can I say? I love grain more than you.
Huh, I beg to differ.
Really? I win.
How do you figure that you win? I mean, technically that was creative, but you didn't even have sex with Phil Collins. I mean, you slipped him GHB. You kind of raped him.
I guess I'm just cultured.
Yeah, you.